Hello yogis, namaste, and welcome to your Hatha yoga practice. My name is Hart Williams and I will be taking you through a restorative Hatha flow. All you need is your mat and a connection to your breath. We're going to begin today's practice in a comfortable seated position, Sukhasana, with a straight spine, grounding down through the sit bones. Allowing the eyes to close or maybe taking a soft gaze. Bringing your attention to the breath. Not judging it, not changing it just yet. Simply being present. From here, we'll begin to extend each inhale and exhale a little bit deeper. A slow, steady breath in and out through the nostrils. The invitation here is to bring a slight constriction to your throat to create an ujjayi breath. This is a warming breath. It sounds like a snore or an ocean wave as you breathe. Especially in a slower practice like today's, I love to have something warming that I can bring with me throughout practice. We'll just keep taking a few breaths here. Imagining the ocean waves as you continue to breathe. Next inhale brings arms overhead, palms meet. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, cactus the arms, little back bend. Inhale back up. Exhale, release those hands back down to the mat. From here, we're going to make our way into a tabletop position on our hands and knees for Marjanasana, warming up the spine with cat-cows. Inhale, dropping the belly for cow pose. Your gaze goes up. Exhale, arching the back for cat pose. Your gaze tucks under. Just moving with your own breath cycle here. Coming back to a neutral spine. Tuck the toes, take a deep breath in. Exhale, pelvis comes into the air, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Savasana. It's our first down dog of the practice, maybe even your first down dog of the day. So we'll take a few breaths here to pedal out the knees, move your hips, finding some organic movement if that's what's calling to you. Or perhaps stillness is your friend right now. That's okay too. Next inhale, we're going to round the top of the spine, coming forward into an upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Savasana, pushing yourself up off the mat. Arms and legs are activated, hips are floating above the ground. Deep breaths here. Exhale, sending your hips back, Balasana, child's pose. Reaching forward, knees can be together or apart, whatever feels best on your body. Third eye to mat connection, staying connected to your breath here. Here we'll go ahead and walk our hands over to the left side of the mat, opening up through that right side body. Deep breaths here. Coming back to center Balasana, deep breath here. We'll go ahead and walk those hands over to the right side of the mat, opening up through the left side body. Breathing into the rib cage. Coming back to center Balasana, one more deep breath here. Inhale, we're going to come back up to a tabletop position, moving through a few more cat-cows, or whatever organic movement is calling to you. So maybe it's little circles going one way and then the other. Maybe it's more of a spinal roll, going back and forth. Use this as an opportunity to get in tune with your body, where you're holding onto energy, where you can release tension. Coming back to a neutral spine, tuck the toes, deep breath in. Exhale, pelvis into the air, downward facing dog, deep breath. Next inhale is going to bring that right leg into the sky, bend the knee, open up the hip. Exhale, right foot steps between the hands, left knee drops. We're coming into a low lunge. Now if you want to pop a blanket underneath your knee, or maybe even grab some blocks to help give you some support, this is a great asana for modifications. If this is feeling amazing and you want to take it one step further, we can even bend that back leg, grabbing our back. Inhale, right hand into the sky. Beautiful balance and stretch here. Releasing that back leg, one more deep breath in. Exhale, straightening the front leg. We're coming into a half split pose. Our toes can point up towards the ceiling and then back down to the mat. Our chest is melting towards the knee. Deep breaths here. We'll come back to low lunge, taking one more deep breath here. Now with your hands placed firmly on the mat, we'll heel toe that right foot over to the left side. Right knee drops. We're coming into Kapotasana, pigeon pose. So go ahead and check your back foot. Make sure it's nice and aligned with your back leg, that you don't have like a wonky ankle back there. Inhale, tall spine. If you appreciated that hip opener in low lunge, you can go ahead and grab that back leg again for mermaid pose, bringing a little bit more depth to our pigeon pose here. We'll go ahead and release that back leg. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, gently lowering down to a mat, block, or pillow for sleeping pigeon pose. We're going to be here for quite a few deep breaths, so get nice and comfortable, taking whatever micro adjustment you need. Deep breaths here. One more deep breath here. Inhale, we're going to rise back up to pigeon pose. With your hands placed firmly on the mat, we're going to tuck those left toes, left knee raises, deep breath in. Exhale, right foot meets the left, in downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha Savasana. Whenever you're ready, that next inhale is going to bring your left leg into the sky, bending the knee to open up the hip. Exhale to step it forward, right knee drops, we're in low lunge on the other side. So whether you chose modifications to make this pose a little bit more accessible to you, or you chose variations to make this pose a little bit more challenging for you, go ahead and do whatever you did on the last side here as well. And it's probably going to feel different on both sides. Yeah, I still need the support of my right hand here. Like, I could balance it, but I wouldn't feel good on my knee, and I recognize that, so I'm not going to push my body. Exhale, releasing that back leg if you took it. One more deep breath in. Exhale, straightening that front leg. We're coming into a half splits. Once again, that chest is melting towards your knee. Toes come up and then down. Getting a little bit of dynamic movement in the stretch here. We'll come back to low lunge. One more deep breath here. And we'll go ahead and heel toe that left foot over to the right side. Left knee drops by the left wrist. We're in Kapalatasana, pigeon pose. So once again, just checking your alignment, listening to your body. Maybe we need to pop a block underneath your glute muscle to help your hips feel more comfortable. That's totally fine. But if your hips are nice and open, you can go ahead and bend that back leg. Coming into mermaid pose. Beautifully done. Deep breaths here. We'll go ahead and release that back leg if you took it. One more deep breath in, Kapalatasana. Exhale, gently lowering yourself down to a block mat, pillow, or in my case, a scarf for sleeping pigeon pose. Don't forget to take whatever micro adjustments you need to get into the coziest version of this asana. Deep breaths here. One more deep breath here. And inhale, we're gently going to rise back up. One more breath here in pigeon pose. With your hands placed firmly on the mat, tuck the right toes, right knee raises, deep breath in. Exhale, left foot meets the right, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Savasana. Next inhale, we're going to round the spine, coming forward, upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Savasana. Exhale, send those hips back, Balasana Child's Pose. Inhale, we're going to rise on up to a seated position on our knees. And from here, we're going to windmill the hands to the lower back to protect our lumbar spine. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lean back, head hangs back, hero's pose. Inhale, we're going to rise back up. If that felt good, we're going to do that one more time. Otherwise, you can windmill your hands all the way to the mat behind you to get a little bit more of a shoulder opener here. Head hangs back in hero's pose. Gently releasing out of hero. Re-rolling your shoulders out, getting a little shake. Beautiful. We'll go ahead and release to our sit bones, sending our legs straight out in front of us for Dandasana staff pose. From here we can roll out the ankles, point and flex the toes, or swoosh your feet from side to side. All of these activities are really grounding and will just help bring you into that earth energy. Inhale, arms come overhead, tall spine. Exhale, reaching for your feet, letting your head hang. Putting a little bend in your knee if you need it. We really want to focus on our heart melting towards our thighs. Deep breaths here. Inhale, we're going to rise on up. Left foot comes to the inner right thigh. Inhale, arms come overhead, turn to your toes. Exhale, reaching for that right foot, letting your head hang. Deep breaths here. Next inhale, we're gently going to rise on up. Taking a breath to switch out the legs. And whenever you're ready, we'll inhale, arms overhead, turn to your toes. Exhale, reaching for that left foot, letting your head hang. Deep breaths here. Maybe putting a little bend in this knee if you need it. It's okay. Next inhale, we're going to rise back up. Bringing the soles of the feet together in Bandha Konasana, butterfly pose. From here, we can place one hand on the heart, the other just underneath the navel in our dantian, center of life force energy. Also our sacral chakra and our heart chakra here. Just take a few breaths to come back to this present moment. Come back to that pranayama awareness of breath. Maybe inviting back in that ujjayi. From here, we're gently going to lower down to the mat, coming into a reclined butterfly pose. Hands can be on the heart, the belly, at either side, wherever feels most comfortable. We're here for a few breath cycles, so take whatever you need to get nice and cozy. Noticing the places where you're connected to the earth, your head, your shoulders, your hips, your feet, your elbows. And asking yourself, how can I soften a little bit more? Releasing the tension in your face and your jaw. Allowing your shoulders to melt into the mat a little bit more. Allowing your hips and feet to feel a little bit heavier, anchoring you to the earth. There's nowhere else you need to be right now. This present moment is enough. From here, we'll bring the knees together. The heels come up by the hips. We'll cross our left leg over the right thigh. We'll bring our right leg up, grabbing the right thigh or the right calf, coming into a supine figure 4. We can really switch up where we feel this stretch. If you bend the knee, pulling into your chest, you're gonna feel it right here on the IT band. If you straighten your leg and then pull to give yourself some room, you're really gonna feel it along your calf here. So this is another great asana to ask your body, where am I holding on to tension? Where do I need to release? We'll go ahead and release that right leg back down to the mat. Taking a breath to switch out the legs. And whenever you're ready, grabbing that left thigh or calf for supine figure 4 on the other side. Playing around with the stretch and listening to your body. Go ahead and release that left leg back down to the ground. Uncrossing. And from here, we'll bring both legs into the chest. Give yourself some love. Releasing the head back down to the mat, we're going to straighten the left leg, hugging the right knee. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, right knee sails to the left. Upper body twists to the right for a supine twist. Deep breaths here. Next inhale, we'll come back to center. Exhale, hugging your knees, give yourself some love. Releasing the head back down to the mat. We'll straighten the right leg, hugging the left knee. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, left knee sails to the right, upper body twists to the left for a supine twist on the other side. Deep breaths here. Coming back to center. Exhale, hug the knees. Releasing into happy baby and Nanda Balasana, grabbing the outsides of the feet. The invitation is to rock from side to side, massaging the back, detoxing the kidneys, connecting to your inner child. Whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and release into Savasana, corpse pose. Palms facing up, melting into the mat. Coming back to your Ujjayi breath. Coming back to this present moment. You can stay here for as long as you need, but whenever you're ready, we can start waking up the body by wiggling the fingers, toes, maybe inviting in a full body stretch. We'll roll to the side. Gently push ourselves back up to a comfortable seated position in Sukhasana, where we began today's practice. Bring our hands to heart center in Anjali Mudra. The light, love, and divinity in me honors the light, love, and divinity in you. Thumbs come to the third eye, we bow. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. If you are in Sioux Falls, you can join me in this beautiful studio every Saturday at 11 a.m. at the Midwest Dance Center. And if you are not, you can join the virtual yoga studio for just $10 a month at matajiwellness.com. So thank you so much for being here, for supporting yourself and supporting my practice as well.
Bye.